Hello all. In this particular section on motivation, we're going to look at, like why are people motivated? And what I want to do in this section is somehow I want to tie in motivation with leadership because obviously one of the main things that leaders have to do is they have to motivate others. But it's important to realize that it isn't always the leader doing the dog and pony show trying to motivate people. Some of you may have studied in your past management practices about Douglas McGregor, who essentially said that there are two types of people. There are Theory X people and that there are Theory Y people. Theory X people are individuals who are essentially, according to McGregor, inherently lazy, and they have to be prompted to do everything. They'll do the work, but you got to essentially tell them to go to point A to point B because, in short, they're not self-motivated. Now, on the other hand, we got Theory Y people, and Theory Y people are people that are self-motivated, and these are individuals who really feel good about what they're doing, and they have a passion for what they do. So yeah, they want to make money, but also on the same token, they want to do things because they really like it. Like work isn't a burden to them. They're really inclined to believe in what they do and feel that they make a difference in the organization. And I strongly believe this is what motivation is a lot about. It's about having the ability to be able to rise above something that you already are and go beyond that. You'll go a little bit further than that. And some of the learning objectives of this particular chapter section on motivation is to recognize the importance of internal, social, and organizational factors that are associated with motivation in organizations. The other thing is to compare motivation theories based on internal factors. There's a lot of theorists out there that said that, we have to fulfill certain needs like Abraham Maslow. We have lower order needs that have to be fulfilled first before we can fulfill our higher order needs. Higher order needs more beyond just, the physiological, safety, and social factors, but also getting into the your ego, not egotistical per se, but egoism. How you feel about yourself for doing what you do. And then go on to self-actualization. Then the other objective is to describe how organizational factors and job characteristics and what managers believe, managerial beliefs, can impact motivation. If some managers are really like micromanagers, they're in your face of everything that you do, don't feel that if they don't do it, it isn't going to be done right. Then there are other managers that say, okay, I'm going to leave you alone, and I hired you because I think you could do the job. So unless you need me, I'm going to trust, it's a big word, trust, that you're going to be able to do your job and do it well. And of course, that impacts motivation because every organization that has some influence in being innovative and helping their employees get along is a progressive organization, and that means a lot. And how do we apply some of the final concepts of motivation? What is it about motivating people to help them to be innovative, to help them to acquire knowledge and skills so they can have a passion for what they do, and look at everyone in the organization doing that as a whole. And you'll find that the most successful companies have those beliefs, that if they really cheerlead for their employees, they're going to get the same type of response from those employees. So that's kind of where this section is going. And I'm going to essentially go through some of the theorists, such as Frederick Hertzberg, in two-dimensional motivation assessments. He came up with the two-factor theory, and the two-factor theory looks at motivators and hygiene, and also looks at things that are considered to be hygiene factors. Pay, working conditions, quality of life, quality of supervisors, that type of thing. And then we got dissatisfiers, things that we don't like in our jobs and we could improve on. And then we have Abraham Maslow with his hierarchy of needs. So we're going to be looking at those types of things, going into managerial beliefs, internal factors, social factors, and then we're going to talk about something called cognitive evaluation theory. So these next couple of days, the 23rd through the 25th, we're going to be focusing on what motivates people. Okay? So this is where we're at.